this is Shannah, and this is the weekly update. This week, the weekly update is coming a bit later. It's coming now on Tuesday evening, where I'm at. And last week, I didn't post any other videos. I was having technical difficulties, and that's why the weekly update is coming so late as well. And I couldn't post anything on Instagram as well. But it's okay. Everything is solved now. It took a little while, but I think I've got it under control again. And the weekly update. Here we're going to take a look into the energy surrounding you this week when it comes to love, when it comes to life in general. And to do so, you can choose from one of these piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take your time to choose your pile. You can pause the video if you'd like, and I will see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. So we put this over here. And as usual, we're going to start with the tarot cards, and then we'll move into the oracle cards. First of all, the first card is the moon. Sorry for the glare. Let's put it here. Yeah, okay. Then we have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Empress. So what does this tell us? Well, this is amazing, actually. Because you're starting the week, and the week started yesterday on Monday, so maybe you've already been feeling this. And we had the full moon last week. The full moon usually also brings certain themes to the surface, things that are probably worrying you, or, you have it like on a subconscious level, the things, your themes that you should be working on, or you feel like you should be working on. But the moon for me here in this scenario also is a bit of confusion, a bit of illusion, and a bit of fear as well. And there's something here within you that's not very clear. And this can even cause some rage, can cause, like I said, some confusion. And it could be in the area of love, could be also in the career area, or even like interpersonal relationships, not necessarily just romantic relationships. And but there's something here that from your subconscious that wants to come to the surface. And it will come to the surface this week. And it's going to be on a very positive level because you are gaining clarity this week. You're going to understand these mechanisms or the origin of some doubts, of some confusion. And of course, the moon is also intuition. Of course it is. The moon has very, very positive sides. But it's also like, because the moon... we see it at night, is also a question of embracing your shadow. But to embrace your shadow, you have to know it, you have to see it. It's like having to bring the shadow to the light, which is a bit difficult to do because in the light, the shadow, then it's not shadow anymore. But this is a question of integrating. And here with the Ace of Swords, then it's like clarity. And being able to differentiate, to discern between what is beneficial to you and what is negative for you, okay, or prejudicial. And this is something that is quite important, because the moment you can integrate your shadow, the moment you can call things by name, right? This is when you feel complete here with the Empress. The Empress, of course, has to do with fertility, has to do with femininity, and so on, but she's incredibly powerful, right? She is, for instance, she could be Persephone, she could be also Hestia, for instance. And she's like, she brings nature. into its full power. She brings things into being. She manifests the thoughts. The thoughts are the intentions of the magician and the high priestess. There comes the empress, and she brings it into being. She's the great manifester. Yeah. So she's the life giver to the ideas, right? She births the ideas into the 3D. And I think here, this is for some of you, you'll feel at the end of the week very, very creative. Things that have been ruminating in your subconscious, like I was telling you, will now come to the surface, and you can even deal with them in a very creative way, or you can transform them into something that is tangible and practical and even profitable for you in some way. And I find it very interesting because we have this rainbow here building kind of a bridge between the subconscious and the conscious, between the underworld. Yeah, I'm getting this Persephone theme, I'm getting the Persephone theme, being in the underworld and being in our world, right? So in this realm. So you being able to travel between the realms, or you start to learn to feel comfortable in being in your own underworld. Oh, what's this? Okay. You won't believe it, but this is chocolate. I confess. Sorry. And so feeling comfortable in your own underworld and dealing with the outer world. So building that bridge, building an understanding why some things trigger you, why some people trigger you, why you may feel a bit confused or even enraged. For some of you, I even have this feeling of being enraged about something, but you are discerning this and you're finding a balance. You're building that bridge between your logic, between the conscious and the unconscious, and feeling comfortable and feeling complete because you're integrating all of these messages. It's like you probably end up having a closer relationship to your own self, to your own higher self as well. Yeah. But let's see what we have here. We have number 10, unfinished symphony. Oh, look, this is great. And number 333, this is amazing. Then we have between worlds. There you go. What I get here also, because unfinished symphony is something is not finished. And I think for you, some of you, this will be an important message, because for some of you who chose pile number 1, you've been thinking that a certain subject is finished, a certain something, doesn't have a future, or you're afraid doesn't have a future. Well, it's not finished, and you can rebirth it, and again, we have the creative solution. We have transforming fears and doubts or confusions into something beautiful and creative. So many of you who chose pile number 1, you are creative people or artistic, or both, of course. Now, but because it's not finished, this is our subjects that come from, or themes that come from the past, and it's maybe even patterns. They come to you in a cycle or in cycles. It's and it's not over till it's over. You see, it's not going to stop until you wise up, like that song from Amy Mann. And this is rings true for you here in this example. But you're ready to bring it to an end. You're ready to finish a cycle. You're ready to come clean. I'm getting that sense of coming clean, but coming clean is also confessing something, but coming clean with your own shadow, to yourself, not other people, but within yourself, finding that balance, that clarity, making the right decisions, for yourself. And this is something that you're still learning to do. And so at the beginning of the week, you may have the feeling that you're always doing the same thing, doing the same mistakes, falling for the same kind of trap, more or less. but you're growing. The cards are telling you are growing. You're still in between worlds. And many of you, you probably mediums, or you have a very strong contact to the spiritual world, and you always living in between. Again, this Persephone theme, you always in between both worlds, and you feel at ease in both worlds. Some of you, this will make sense. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it. So, because it's like, this makes sense for some of you. You really feel comfortable in both worlds, and you are a bridge between both realities. And, but it's also a message that, don't be too hard on yourself. You're growing, you're developing, and you're still not quite there yet. Your story is not finished, but you're on your way there. Okay. And the last card here, we have now 38, Villain. You can always rewrite your story. It's a strange card, right? But again, we have here the full moon. Interesting. And I think with this rewrite your story, I think it has to do here with this moon card and saying halt and stop and creating something new, in the sense that, because some of you may feel that you're the villain of a certain topic or a certain story. It's like, but I think it's like negative thinking, that you believe that you are the one who's always wrong. You believe you're the one who's always saying the wrong things. You're the one who's trouble. You're the one who's difficult. And I think this is the pattern. Again, this is a really straight line. This is a pattern. And it's like you just, this voice inside your head telling you this. Whose voice is it? It's not your own. It's not your voice. It's the voice of someone else. You've heard this from other people, especially when growing up. So, but it keeps on repeating. It's on repeat, and it's always telling you the same thing. So, and when certain things then happen, you're very, very triggered, and you feel actually quite lonely, and you feel quite sad. But you can destroy this record player, right? You can destroy this, and you can rewrite your story. And that's exactly, you're on the way there. You're not a villain. You're not a villain. You just believe you are. But you are getting out of this state of mind, and you're coming into power. You're stepping into power, and you're rewriting your story. At the end of the week, you'll feel a lot stronger, and you'll see things clearer. Okay, so when it comes, no, I have another card of advice for you. I'll just have to shuffle it here for you, pile number 1, a card of advice. Oh, see, I was eating chocolate. There you go, chocolate nourished your body and soul. Yes, that's what I was doing. I was nourishing my body and soul. Well, yes. So it's like, pay close attention, I would say here with this card, to what you eat, what you hear, and what you believe, and what you're saying to yourself. With nourish your body and soul is really like, give yourself the best. Be it in thoughts, be it also in the entertainment you consume, the art you consume, the news you consume, the books you read, what you watch. It's like, give yourself the best, high quality, and also food, the quality of the food you eat. It can be chocolate, but make sure that it's good for your body, or it's not that bad for your body, okay? So give yourself something that you can thrive with. Yeah? Yeah, that's what I have to say. And, make your life sweeter. When it comes to love, let's see what are the energies for you this week, pile number 1. When it comes to love, what are the energies surrounding you this week? We have 3 of emotion. Wonderful news is on its way. Announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be revealed. New friends will be made, or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. Sorry, I hope you could read that. Yeah. So this is good. One more card. What are the energies, the love energies for you this week? Pile number 1. A new beginning. So you had here new beginnings and happy endings, and here we have the full new beginning. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There's no need to have any fear, as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world. If you will just free yourself from that which holds you back, new opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. So this week there are new beginnings when it comes to love for you. Pile number 1. One more card. Helper of abundance. Although you have a lot to do, it's important that you get organized first. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your guardian angels surround you, and you are ready to help, and they are ready to help out. This card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and endless patience. That person could be you. So this could also be someone in your life right now. Someone with a big heart and a lot of patience. Someone that's really, sorry, just got, there you go. That's really loving, and this could be the person you have a new beginning with. But I see here you going out and making friends, meeting also old friends, so to say, and being more social. Yeah, socializing more this week. So pile number 1, what are the love energies for you this week? So what are the energies for you this week? You have out of the blue again. There's something going to happen. Something beautiful is going to happen for you this week. Out of the blue. Well, there will be an opportunity for love that you weren't expecting, and something that will grow. Or something that has been growing for some time, but you weren't expecting it to bloom. And it's unfolding. Wow, what is bottom of the deck? Yeah, sad and blue. Some of you have been sad and blue, and then out of the blue. See, you're coming out of the blue, and you'll start unfold. There's something beautiful unfolding for you this week. Pile number 1. So let's get also here an advice card for your love life this week. Pile number 1. So let's see. Pile number 1. What advice do we have? Pile number 1. Okay, we have love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Oh, wow. You know what I feel like this? Then it's here back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Yeah. So what you want out of love. And I think what I see here is like saying, like you don't have to push anything. Things will unfold. Life will give you the opportunities. And know that if it's meant to be, it endures. You see, it won't be flighty, and it won't be flaky, and it won't be weird. It will unfold beautifully. And so, pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful week full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading with this beautiful stone. Look at this. So beautiful. It's like the night sky. So let's put it over here. Now we're starting with tarot cards, and then we'll be moving to the oracle cards. The first card we have here for the energy surrounding you this week is number 8, the Strength card. Put it here because of the glare. Then we have the 7 of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Cups. This is quite interesting because, we are going from winter to spring or even summer, and it's like a phase where, a phase of isolation or a phase of going within is coming to an end, right? And it's like you're coming out of your shell this week. And it's not very easy. Many of you who chose pile number 2, you may be introverts, or you've been like, because of the pandemic, and maybe you got used to be more isolated, or you lost some of your social networks, and now you're trying to put yourself back out there, and it's not always easy, and maybe you're even forcing yourself to do it in order to restore some friendships and making new ones as well. And first, you may feel kind of weird doing this, but you'll have wonderful opportunity and you'll meet wonderful people. Now, I'm just now looking at this from a friendship kind of perspective, but you can put this on any perspective. And I see you starting the week going really deep within. It's like you're facing some demons, like inner demons here with the Strength and the 7 of Wands. It can be that you get really triggered. Maybe some of you are triggered because of a new love situation. It doesn't have to be necessarily love. This could even be career for some of you, like a creative career. There's an offer coming up or has come up, and this has triggered you. And this week you're like facing your demons and gathering courage to say yes to this offer, to go for it. And it's like, because like I was saying, noticing that this is winter, it's like, you're going within, and it's like, just like the trees, they go within and they lose the leaves in order, not to lose heat. It's like what you have been doing. You've gone within, like doing some soul searching. And so that's why many of you haven't gone out as much. You've preferred to stay at home and just be with yourself, listening to your inner voice. And if you haven't done that, probably you're considering doing that in order to, find your true north. But what I see here, again, I'm just going to repeat myself, is like facing some demons, facing some inner obstacles to your happiness. And happiness is coming. If it hasn't knocked on your door yet, it will knock soon, okay? And you want to make sure that you're not afraid of answering that door, and that you can see clearly for what it is, and not that you're not fooling yourself. But I see here you being really strong, in the sense you know what you want, and you're not going to be dissuaded from what you think is right. So use a lot of self-control here, a lot of restraint as well, and a lot of self-discipline here. So even if people, don't understand you, so because there's something you are preparing yourself for luck, because luck is the result of being ready when the opportunity comes a knocking, and you are preparing yourself. You want to be ready for the opportunity. Interesting. Okay. And then with the oracle cards, we have number 24, time for a nap. And then we have number 28, building blocks. Again, this is actually kind of confirming what we just saw, what I was saying, with the feeling of, with the time for a nap, you taking a rest. It's like, for me, it's almost this energy of the Four of Swords, like retreating in order to regroup and to rehabilitate, to rejuvenate, and work on yourself, work on your project. So maybe you haven't been that social all this time, and probably at the beginning of the week you won't be feeling that social, because it's like you're preparing for something really important. You're preparing for a moment to shine. This could be career, could be something creative, could even be in love, but you're preparing for something that's really important to you. It's an opportunity to show your talent, show your true colors, show your best side, show your potential, right? And or even share your work. So you're preparing for this, and there are some self-doubts here, but you'll be overcoming this because you're preparing yourself in a way that you feel very safe, you feel very secure and very sure of yourself as well. And that's, of course, that's the best thing you can do. And then we have here, you got 2 cards instead of just one. And we have here number 6, dragons, slay them all. I don't like this card personally because I love dragons, so please don't slay them. But it's like facing your fears. This is what it's meant, right? And this is what we have here with the 7 of Wands. So you face, and also the strength card is like facing your fears, you know, and not giving up. So it's really face your fears. Don't be dissuaded by them. Go and, you know, take that castle. And then we have the number 19, lavender, surround yourself with love. And this is what I see here with the page, not the page, the Knight of Cups. Is like you've been in this phase of self-doubt, of retreating, preparing, but now it's time to socialize a little bit more. This is time to open up. And of course, if you are facing fears and demons, surround yourself with people that support you, with people that understand you, that people that will give you the right pep talk, to people that will build you up, and people that maybe just send you a message and say, hey, I believe in you. You're amazing. You know, this kind, surround yourself with those people that really want your best and want to see you shine. You know, sometimes we think that when we don't have these people in our lives, but we always do. At least one person. We always do. Okay. So surround yourself with that person or people. And if you feel you don't have anyone in your life that will give you a pep talk, leave a comment and I'll give you a pep talk personally. So, but this week you're preparing for something important, and the opportunity will come, I think, at the end of the week. And also friends will be there this week. You just have to call them, okay? Actively tell them, I need you to be with me, or just talk to me, or just listen to me, or just tell me something great about myself, something like that. So let's get you an advice card. File number 1. Let's get you one more advice card for this week. Pearl, connect to the divine. That's beautiful. So connect with your inner self. That's what we had. And awaken your empathy here with turquoise. This is what we had. You're connecting to your higher self. You're connecting with your demons. Funnily enough, this has something to do with pile number 1. It's somehow similar, although completely different. Because pile number 1 also had to do with embracing your shadow. This is more or less your message, although not exactly. But you knowing yourself, know thyself. And connecting to that inner voice, connecting to that inner trust, connecting to the inner divine. And I think this is what you'll be doing this week, conscious or unconsciously. So, but let's see, what are the love energies for you this week? Pile number 2, what are the love energies for you this week? We have guardian of emotion. This situation requires emotional maturity. Sorry, I have to bring it up. emotional maturity, and total trust. You're surrounded by those who have only the best intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous humanitarian, a refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to those characteristics within yourself. Oh, that's beautiful. I think this is the King of Cups, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So there's like wonderful people around you, and there's someone who's really, really loving in your life right now or entering your life now. Then we have the Three of Emotions. Wonderful news is on its way. Announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be revealed. New friends will be made. There you go. Wonderful people surround you. Or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. So again, we have cups twice. But there's a lot of love and friendship entering your life this week. Like I said, I think like you will open up. Then we have Three of Abundance. It's the Three of Pentacles, right? Your passions will lead you, your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests. That's what I said that you're going to be doing this week by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. So this is, again, saying like-minded people. So you're going out more. You're finding your own community, your own tribe, or you are reconnecting with them after a period of probably isolation or, doing other stuff. And you're going out more, and it can be that you're reconnecting to someone special, or you're having someone special coming into your life. And here we have the Strength card again. Let's see more. Like, what are the love energies for pile 2? What are the love energies for pile 2? So what are the love energies for pile 2? Reaching out. Again, you'll be going out more, and there's someone who's reaching out to you. Again, there's someone coming in your life. You'll be going out. You'll be doing stuff with like-minded people. You're surrounding yourself with love, and there's someone that will be reaching out. Maybe someone new, let's see, or someone from your past. It's someone from your past. It's the devil, Yeah, and this may trigger you a little bit. Yeah, it's an old flame. Look. This may trigger you, but that's why we have the Strength card even twice, right? Because you'll be facing your inner demons. You'll be facing old fears. You'll be facing, old stories. But I think you can overcome any fear that comes up because, I don't know, I think this will inspire you. I think this reconnection will bring you further and will make you happy, because all the cards that came out were actually really happy cards. And then advice for you. When it comes to love, do we have any advice for pile 2? When it comes to love, any advice for pile 2? We have treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Well, the card speaks for itself. Then love who you are. This is quite important. Love others, but love who you are too. Do not forget yourself. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So I think it's like, sorry, let's do it like this. No, it's not working. Let's refocus. There you go. It's like talking about balance, love others, but love yourself. It's love others with all your heart, but love yourself first, in the sense of what is good for you, to know what is good for you, to know what works for you, to know what your heart wants, to know what your divine self needs and wants to experience. So love others for who they are, love others unconditionally, or try to, because unconditional love is really, really difficult. Not impossible, but whew. you know, but because you're going through such a deep journey this week, I think you'll find your way also to unconditional love, to go beyond expectations, to go beyond what your ego would like others to do or be for you, and just to really see them for who they are and accept what is at the moment and love what is at that moment. Because the moment you love yourself, like we saw in this card here, you can love others too. Yeah, and I think that's the message. Yeah. So, pile number 2. This was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful week full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So there you go. I'll put it over here. So pile number 3, I said pile number 3. Sorry. So pile number 3. What are the energies surrounding you this week? We're starting with the tarot cards, and then we'll be moving to the oracle cards. So your first card is the 8 of Swords. Then we have, oh, this is interesting, because usually I only take 3 cards. You got 4. And they're very interesting. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So they're very positive cards. What I find interesting and intriguing is exactly this here, the 8 of Swords. So there may be some kind of confusion about a partnership. And remember, this doesn't have to be necessarily a love partnership. This could be a business partnership as well, or a friendship, or of course, romantic. And so there seems to be some confusion and not knowing how to proceed. It's like you and this other person. It's because it's you and another person. And you are equals, actually. You are different, but you are equals. You have different approaches to life, but you're very powerful, very strong-minded, and you're very practical in whatever you do. And this week, either you're meeting this person, or there will be the need of resolving some kind of confusion or, even conflict. But for some of you, it's like you, at the beginning of the week, you're not seeing any way of conciliating the situation, of mending it or making it progress. But there's the wish to do it. But it's just like, how do I do it? You feel like you're all tied up, like your hands are tied. Although, it's very easy to solve it, but you cannot see how. It's a bit confusing. And especially because both of you may be very, very stubborn. This is Earth, right? And Earth, this is also Taurus energy, or Capricorn, or Virgo. So especially Taurus, it will be very, very stubborn. So it's like, and it could be that you are in a stalemate, but there's a possibility of really reconciling, a possibility of really coming together and making this work. So at the end of the week, everything will be wonderful, according to the cards. And it will be the end of a difficult phase. And for some of you, this will be romantic. It could even be like you're in a relationship and you've been having a rough time, but you do know that you belong together, and that and you'll find a way of bringing new life and romance to your situation. If this is a business situation, a business case, then again, you're very powerful and you're like, again, it's a stalemate and there's competition, but you'll find a way of, there's an agreement, there's an alliance, something, it will work out. Okay. Starts confusing, but you'll recognize, it's like there's a recognition and acknowledgement of one another and of each other's talents, each other's power. And this will bring respect, and it will bring also friendship. Yeah. That I just saw for a 4. And the oracle cards then have here number 43, deep knowing, and number 9, treasure island. So actually, you already know that things, will work out. You're trusting your lucky star, but you know that things will work out. You know that this situation, sorry, I just had to change the sitting position, that this situation has a lot more in store, that things are not over, things are actually very promising. And so you just know, you just feel it, that there has to be a solution. And there you just feel that you belong together, be it in a business way, friendship, or love. You just know that things will work out. And they will work out, like the 2 of Cups already says it, in a beautiful, beautiful way. It's like not giving up on this connection will bring sweet results. It will bring rewards. It will, it will go beyond your wildest dreams of the possibilities. And so this venture, be it business or love or friendship, it's just what you've been waiting for. It just seems so confusing at the beginning, but at the end of the week, you just know, okay, it was worth it. And your gut feeling told you that this is the right path, even if it didn't look that promising at the beginning. So it's like follow your gut feeling, and follow also, because we have the owl here. The owl is a symbol of Athena, and Athena was the strategist. Okay, so find a way out of this snowstorm, find a way out of this confusion. There will be, and the way here is treating each other as equals, and being honest with one another, being upfront with one another, being loyal to one another, seeing each other as equals. I don't know, but somehow that seemed to be important to say that. Then we have here this card 39, raindrops, take a chance on them. And I find this message here quite positive, because it's telling you it seems difficult, but don't give up. Just because it's difficult at the beginning doesn't mean that it's not meant to be, doesn't mean that you should leave it be. Not everything that's easy is worth it. It doesn't mean that because it's easy that it's not worth it. I'm saying not everything that's easy, it's worth it. You know what I mean? And here's like, don't be fooled by the appearances. Don't be fooled by what seems to be an obstacle, right? Because sometimes the universe puts obstacles in your path to make sure that you really want it. It's like, if you really want it, you'll surpass the obstacle. If the obstacle is too big for you, or you cannot be bothered, then you don't want it. This is your message here. I wouldn't say this to every obstacle, but in this case, yes, because it's yours. It will work. So take a chance, go for it, even if it seems complicated, even if it seems like, a bit foreign. It's asking you to take that chance, go for it, because it will be worth it. It will bring you places and to feelings that you weren't expecting. It's really, really positive message. So let's see, let's give you here Another card of advice here for pile number 3. And don't forget an umbrella. I'm saying this because where I live it's going to rain a lot this week. So if you're in the south of Germany, don't forget your umbrella. So oh, I just got it. Okay, Ruby. Rejuvenate your body. But I also got 2 more cards, and I think it's important to share them with you. The others only got 1, so don't tell them. So rejuvenate your body, but then we have CN. Build your confidence. And we have Coral. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. I think like life has a lot of wonderful things in store for you this week. Even if it seems confusing at first, just allow it to happen because there's beautiful synchronicities taking place. And maybe you kind of resist it because you don't feel very confident. Maybe some of you will be feeling very tired, or you feel old, or you feel not so beautiful this week. But let's rejuvenate your body. So take time for some self-care, sleep. Go to a spa or just sleep a lot, drink lots of water, and eat healthy food, organic food, and you'll feel, a brand new person. But this is, I think, is the most important one. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. Yeah. There you go. So let's see when it comes to love, what is the message for you? Pile number 3. We have 3 of action. And this says, things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. So your ship is coming in this week, and we see it here with the 2 of Cups and the Queen and King of Pentacles. Then we have the 4 of action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. So this is the 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. So there will be a celebration this week. Maybe you're even going to a wedding. Or you're going to a party, you're celebrating yourself, and this is the message here. Then we have the Moon, intuition and insight. Your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now, so you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others, and don't allow fear, there you go, don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself now. But you got another card. You're getting so many cards. Pile number 3 is the 6 of emotions, the 6 of cups. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. Yep. So I see here you going out. I see here is celebrating yourself and having fun, meeting people. There's some fear, with someone from your past. probably coming back in, but you will look at the other cards in a second. But I see you having fun. I see you doing what is right for yourself. So let's get more cards. So what are the love energies for you? Pile number 3. What are the love energies? Pile number 3. There's one here already. Ooh, we've been talking. We got 3 cards for you. The others only got 2. Like I said, pile number 3, you get all the cards. So we have new love. So for many of you, there's new love coming in. Or a new, I think it's new love, many of you. Some of you will have like someone from the past coming in, or it's kind of, it feels, or it is if someone new and it feels like you've known this person your whole life, And then we have into the unknown. So it's a new adventure. A new love is always like a new adventure. You never know how it's going to work out. And then we have a message is coming. So some of you may have been waiting for a message from someone, and maybe that's why you feel all confused and afraid, but the message is coming. This love will start, and it will be the big unknown. It's so beautiful. And that's why it's a bit of fear there, but it will be beautiful. All the cards are pointing in that direction. Okay. So, advice when it comes to your love life. It says, back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Yeah, some of your fears is really there to trigger you, to force you to think what is important for you. And then we have here, be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. Say no more. And so, pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.